Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Respect my kicks, Flower Goddess, what's up? Coppery Indian, Chief Michael. Roll the corn. Memphis, Detroit. Seven Hill, what up? Flower Goddess, Tim, Chicago back. Jay, what up, fam? Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. It's all love, peace, and virtue over here. All positive energy. Roll the corn. Virginia. Y'all mean Bristol, UK, roll the corn. California for glamour. Excelder. Follow Excelder, Texas. Tim, what up? Roll the corn. Phoenix, Arizona in the building. Sandy, love you, I'm in love with you. The red line, follow the red line. Columbia, Tennessee, B-Dubs. What up? The Tamerican Warrior, fire. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Y'all don't forget to go get your Armor residential REIT. It's coming down to like $16.70. Go and get in on Armor residential. Keep buying and keep holding it. Keep buying and keep holding it. Love you and I'm in love with you. Roll the corn for my beautiful people. Now, I want to show y'all first today an Olmec head statue in the Vatican. Look at the lips and the nose on the Olmec head in the Vatican. Made out of jade. You're exactly right. Look at it. These are melanated people. Melanated people. Stonemasons, agriculturalists, astrologers. Peaceful in harmony with nature. A culture that still supersedes us today. It still supersedes us today. And I want our people to see our statues in the hands of these other cultures who learn from these cultures and act like our ancient culture didn't build everything around the world. Roll the corn. I just want y'all to see. I like to show artifacts. Because when you show artifacts, they can't be debunked. You can't say what you think when the artifact shows something that is true. Roll the corn. These people have maize gods, people. These people had maize gods, the resurrection of maize. Where do you think the resurrection of Osiris come from? Where do you think the biblical stories of the resurrection in the spring come from? These people turned into religion later. You got to understand it. We know the truth now. I'm just gonna go over some random stuff I've been seeing lately, right? Now, I want to teach y'all something. The etrog, a sacred citron, can successfully grow in the southeastern United States. A etrog. Who are the people that use the etrog as a sacred citron? Who are the people that use the etrog as a sacred citron? This is what you must know. Ashkenazi Jews use the citron as a sacred fruit. Why do they do that? Let's ask these questions. Paleo-Hebrew covenant links agriculture practices to faithfulness and blessings. This is where they get that from. Understand where they get this knowledge from. I'm finna show you. The covenant links agriculture to being faithful to nature. The nature blesses you on the back end. Now they turn that into religion. You get it? Let's keep going. Ancient Paleo-Hebrew language is deeply connected to agriculture. This connection is evident through the ancient vocabulary. Agrarian metaphors. Let's keep going. Etrog is found in the Caribbean islands. Historically, citrons, including those cultivated for ritual use, were grown in the Caribbean, with Jamaica being a notable source. Let's keep going. Etrog and lemons are found in America. In America. They try to say neither fruit is native to the Americas. They are lying. How? Let me show you why. Let me show you why. Etrog is not native to the Middle East. It's not native to the Middle East, people. It's not from there. If that is the Holy Land, why is the holy people's fruit not native to that land? You got to ask yourself this. Let's keep going. Middle East, no etrog. Jerusalem, no etrog. Ain't no etrog in Jerusalem or the Middle East. Africa, no etrog. How are nature's chosen people from the Middle East, Africa, and Jerusalem area, and ain't no etrog there? How, truth? The chosen people must come from where the etrog come from. Common sense. Let's keep going. The Paleo-Hebrew used plows for farming. Wooden plow with metal tips. Interesting. Let's keep going. The Bible mentions that these people would mine copper from the mountains of the promised land. Let's keep going. The Great Lakes region has both copper and mountain mines. This is where the copper was mined of these glorious people in the Great Lakes. This is why the Great Lakes connects to the Sidonian Phoenician, the Cretan, Egypt. All of these places got copper from the copper mountains they speak about in the book. Mountains of the promised land, mine copper. Let's keep going. We use purple dye derived from the mucus of sea snails. Purple dye, mucus of sea snails. Let's go see what that said. Mounds containing murex snails exist in the Americas, coastal areas of the United States. These mounds are known for shell middens and were created by ancient Americans over thousands of years. That's our culture. The mining of the copper is our culture. The murex snail for purple dye for royalty is our culture. The etrog come from the islands in Southeast America. That's our culture. Let's keep going. Ancient Paleo-Hebrews celebrated the seasons, directly tied to agriculture and religious calendars. Let's keep going. Mound builders celebrated the agricultural seasons. Through the exact nature of these celebrations varied among different groups. Adena, Hopewell, Mississippian people relied heavy on agriculture, and their mounds were aligned to track celestial cycles related to planting and harvesting. Planting and harvesting is the teaching, people. All the other stuff come from planting and harvesting. And I'm going to show you. Roll the coin. These so-called Israelites built tales and mounds, man-made hills formed by layered rebuilding of cities. Now, take all of the names out of what I'm take Hebrew out of there. Take Hebrew out. Take Israelite out. Take all of these names out of the teaching. Just look at what they are doing. That's all you got to do. Don't get confused by the names. Don't get confused by the Bible. Don't get confused by, just look at the culture. That's all I want y'all to look at. Look at the cultures. Don't look at no names. Just look at what the people are doing to the earth. Look at what they are doing with agriculture. Look at what they are doing with building styles. Look at the dye they use. Why they was called indigo. Look at what they done that became royalty and morals and things to follow in the future. Just pay attention to that. Don't listen to the names. Right? These ancient people used irrigation and mining, skills they learned from the practice alongside neighboring cultures. In America, we got the most ancient mining, people. We got the most ancient irrigation on the Mississippi River. That's the oldest irrigation in the world on the Mississippi River. Not the Nile. That teaching came from a people before them. Let's keep going. Then you start to mix with their Middle Eastern neighbors. Then you start to mix with the Middle Eastern people. You start to mix with the North African people. You start to mix with the people on the Nile, but their culture is different. So when you mix with these people, new cultures pop out. You get it? They will teach you from the mixed culture and not the original culture. You get it? Let's keep going. Irrigation and mining. Okay. Engaged in mining, extracting metals like copper from the mountains in regions that they lived. We all know an ancient civilization lived in the Great Lakes. They got they got mounds out there aligned with stars in the Great Lakes on islands, people. On islands now. Go research Isle Royale in the Great Lakes. Copper Harbor, Keweenaw Peninsula, Lake Superior. Most of the copper in these other countries come from right there. There was a shipwreck in the Mediterranean Sea full of American copper headed to the Mediterranean Sea. I'm trying to show y'all who y'all are. Let's keep going. Now, before I move on, I want to show y'all who y'all are. Your ancestors are the agriculture people. Your ancestors created that language for agriculture. Your ancestors took fruits and trees to an arid land and taught them people how to morals and standards and patience and virtue and balance and harmony in nature. Your ancestors did it. Tamari people, not Africans, not Israel, not people from Israel. They come after us. We built Israel. Not the Middle East. None of that biblical stuff they're talking about comes from that land. Now, what happened with the people after they got over there is another story. But it don't come from there. That's what you must understand. Right? Now, let me show y'all something. In South Africa, they are beating up people from other countries in Africa. So if you from Nigeria or Ghana, you move to South Africa, start a business, they pull up on you and run you out of there with violence. Because they said, you not from South Africa. You from Nigeria or Ghana. Now, what kind of people attack their own people on the same damn continent? Why y'all doing it? Y'all ain't attacking no white people. Why y'all attacking y'all own people? That's like when I moved to Georgia from Mississippi, I get attacked because I'm from Mississippi. Does that make any damn sense? I love y'all, Africa. Africa, I love you, I promise. But y'all are not the chosen people. Y'all got a little bit of blood mixed here and there of our people. But the chosen people don't do that. Y'all are beating up y'all own people for starting businesses in the community. Saying if they don't have the paperwork saying they from South Africa, y'all gonna burn their businesses down. That's why I keep telling y'all, all these people talking about moving to Africa, they are beating up their own people. Now, we know the truth now. A Thai American go to Africa, what you think they're going to do to me? They for sure going to burn my business down. They for sure going to try to run me out of there with violence. Saying that immigrants are taking their jobs. They are saying immigrants from another country in Africa is taking their jobs. Interesting. Y'all come to America and get jobs. We don't do y'all like that. Do it. Matter of fact, we go in y'all businesses and spend money. Hair braiding and buying knockoff goods, and we spend money with y'all. But y'all want to let y'all own people from another country up north of y'all have a business in y'all area. We don't do that because we are the chosen people. That don't affect us. We're not looking at it like y'all taking our jobs and our businesses. We look at it like y'all are melanated people. Therefore, it don't bother us because we are in balance and harmony with our nature and our land. We gonna eat regardless. We're not competing to eat with no other people. You can come here and make millions of dollars and we still have nothing to say about African people. That shows the difference. These people are beating up their own people for coming from another country in Africa. All y'all African. These are the people y'all are saying are the chosen people? No. Ain't nothing chosen about that. Ain't nothing virtuous about it. Ain't nothing great about it. Ain't nothing. Y'all are hurting y'all own people for trying to survive on a land ran by colonizers. Ain't nothing special about that. Y'all hitting them with whips and beating them up, burning their businesses down, just because they're not born in South Africa. But they born north of y'all in Nigeria or the other country. That's not virtue. I can't go for that. Now, xenophobia is a irrational fear, hatred, or prejudice against people from other countries or cultures. This is what Africans are doing to their own people. Their own people. Running them out of there, hurting them, right? High poverty and unemployment rates in townships lead local people from South Africa, to blame migrants for taking jobs and straining public services. Non-South Africans are stealing resources and opportunities. This is what they're saying as they hurt their own people. This don't make no sense. Roll the corn. Now let's talk about this guy right here. This guy right here, right? Myron, talk about he don't want to fly on no flights with the N-words. He don't want to go to those stores with no EBT and SNAP. He don't want to live in a neighborhood with melanated people. Go home, bro. See, y'all see a little melanated on his face, but this man, parents, is Sudanese. He not YT. I don't care nothing about no YT or melanated. He is a Sudanese Arab. Sudanese Muslim. He not you. He get on the internet and say the N-word and talk crazy and I don't want to be around him. I know you don't. Because you are an Arab Sudanese man. Your dad migrated to America. But you play the role as if you melanated, but you not like us. They not like us. If you don't want to fly on a plane with spirit with melanated people, take your ass back to Sudan. Go back to the Middle East. Hunter-gatherer. Y'all cannot come to our land and try to disrespect us, bro. Is you crazy? We're tired of getting on flights with niggas. We tired of going and snapping EBT with niggas. We tired of they moving in our neighborhood. That ain't your neighborhood. Your neighborhood in Africa. Go home. See how your podcast do. Roll the coin. Your mama and daddy left a poor country for you to be who you are today. You better show respect to the country your mama and daddy came to for you to be successful on YouTube, you hunter-gatherer. Because if you was in Sudan, I don't think you would have one subscriber. If you started your podcast in Sudan, you wouldn't have one subscriber, one viewer. You better show some respect to that. Running around talking about that white boy who was calling people out their name. Now he finna get 100 years. See, y'all are crash outs, bro. Why would you go out in the street and bother people like that, bro? But karma always comes back. Karma always comes back. Right? Ignorance, no matter how many people watch it, is not going to win in the end. Hate and ignorance is not going to win in the end. Bad vibes and waking up all mad and barely acting like you are just mad at the world, that's not going to win in the end. You must wake up in peace. You must wake up in knowing that your day going to go well. You must wake up in harmony, in balance, in love. You don't wake up with hate and anger and being all grumpy. That ain't going to do nothing for your day. That's just how I act. Now you acting ignorant. Ain't nobody told you that. That's not normal. People who are in balance and harmony wake up just to be glad to wake up on this beautiful planet. That's who wake up in peace and harmony. But all you other people who don't, you got something inside you got to get rid of. If you don't wake up in peace, you got to get that out of you. That's not my culture. My culture talked about the sun rising of the glorious day. That's what they talked about. They talked about it rising and falling every day. This was a daily cycle. This is not quit waking up like these other people, mad and angry and aggressive and good morning. Fuck y'all, good morning. Quit doing that. That's their culture. You waking up acting like them. That's not my culture. I rise with the sun and shine with the sun. I don't rise because of no job or rise because I got some more money today that made me happy. I don't rise for no car or no how. I rise because I rise in nature. That's what our people are misunderstanding. The sun rises and they still depressed. In ancient teachings, every sunrise is abundant. Every one of them. You don't skip Tuesday. You don't skip Wednesday, Thursday. Every day is abundant. Every day I am positive to myself and my people. That's what our ancestors taught. Let's keep going. Let's look at this. In America, there is 400 years of documented torture, rape, murder, and terrorism committed by YT people. Yet we are labeled the violent ones. Now, before any pew-pews was over here, y'all had already mass, unalived whole tribes. Put that number into the number that y'all equate today. Put that number that y'all don't never talk about in the numbers of today. Y'all unalived so many people, the earth started to hurt. Do you know the people unalived so many people, the oxygen level changed on the planet? Almost took us back into an ice age. That stuff is true, people. We are a living being, part of this ecosystem. We are the first living being to be a part of the ecosystem of our kind. So when a lot of us leave here at one time, it changes the planet, people. If you think I'm lying, go research it. Go research. So many people got unalived in America, the whole climate changed. It didn't even balance. Who you think them people was? Natives? Nah. The first ones was us. The first ones was us. Let me see, can I get a moderator up in here? Tell me I'm running from you. I wouldn't run from a hunter-gatherer in light of, or in a light of an unalive, and I wouldn't run from a hunter-gatherer. Ever. Let's keep going. Now, a lot of people talking about this voting stuff, right? All this zoning and pushing our culture deeper, closer, and closer together. That's exactly what they are doing. Right? Creating laws that intentionally segregate neighborhoods by race. Y'all still doing it, hunter-gatherers. You still up to no good. You know what? I was going to let you stay in here, but I can't do it. Because you're going to flag my page, and I ain't even got time for that today. Get your ass out of here. You're going to flag my page. That's all you can do is flag my page, bro. You can't stop us in real life. All you can do is flag TikTok pages. You a TikTok flagger, bro. Get your ass out of here. I ain't got a moderator to the first. Okay. Now, this is what I want to show y'all. Somebody keep asking me this question. And I must break it down. So my people can understand this. Now, in America, we got mounds aligned with the spring equinox, Cygnus, the summer solstice, the winter solstice. We even got mounds aligned with the harvest of August. The harvest of August also, because some crops harvest in August. You must know that. So we got all mounds aligned with all these different things in the sky, but we don't understand what they mean. Let me break it down to y'all what they mean. Isis, Horus, and Osiris forms ancient Egypt's original holy family, the Holy Trinity. The God, Jesus, and Virgin Mary story. It's the same thing. The Isis, Horus, and Osiris story is the same story as Jesus, God, and Isis. Why? Why? Do what you must ask yourself. Now, the Holy Trinity. In Egypt, it was nature, right? It influenced Christianity. It was nature in Egypt. Then it goes to religion in Christianity. Let me break it down. Because a lot of people keep asking me this question. You must understand what you're looking at. Christianity likely borrowed inspiration from Egyptian framework of a divine child born to a mother untainted by conventional union, deeply influenced the veneration of the Virgin Mary and the resurrection of Osiris, set early precedents for salvation and the life after death. In ancient Egypt, the Trinity legitimized pharaohs. Every living king identified as the embodied of Horus, while upon death, the king became associated with Osiris. Isis was revered as the divine mother and protector of each ruling king. Now, why is Isis always the protector? Why is the mother goddess always the warrior, the protector? Sekhmet, the Sphinx, Virgo, protector over the river. Why is the Virgo protector in ancient history? I'm going to show you why. Because it all comes from nature. Now, roll the coin. So if Osiris is the divine spirit, right, torn apart by forces of Set, which means the night time, sunset, that's where they come from, after dark. That's where the name Set come from, right? Isis, great enchantress, divine love and memory. She gathers the pieces of Osiris. She is the inner wisdom, a part of you that remembers the light when all seems lost. Now, let me break all this down. You must know what to ask, right? Let's go through nature. If Osiris is linked to the spring vernal equinox, he represents resurrection of agriculture, a seasonal regrowth of crops. That's the real resurrection. So spring comes before summer, right? Spring is first, Osiris. Then you get Horus, linked to the summer solstice, the sun, the light, and the triumph of divine order. Spring, summer, then you get Isis, that represents Virgo, the protector of all that was created before her. Now, let's break that down. Spring, summer, Virgo is in the autumn. It's all nature. You put the Trinity together for abundance of your people. You plant the seed, you start the harvest, then the mother protects it in Virgo. Late July, August. Do you get it? Let me say this one more time. Now, if Osiris was originally a corn mummy, that teaching comes from Tamari. Spring, sowing of a seed. Horus, summer solstice. The Sirius eye lining in the summer. You get it? Then you get Isis, the protector of the fertile earth. Bring these cycles to fruition. She nurtures the seed growing into the crop, and she nurtures it, and she is the protector that completes the Holy Trinity. Now, Jesus born in the spring, the resurrection of Jesus in the spring, it's the same teaching, people. The sun finally rises again December 21st. That's the rebirth of Horus or the rebirth of Jesus. It's the same thing. Let's keep going. It's the same thing. I'm just pointing it out, right? Now, Virgo is the virgin. Virgo is the virgin. How is Virgo the virgin? How can she have a child and she's a virgin? Because they're not talking about the human body, people. They're talking about crop to the earth, growing. She nurtures the crop. It's not a human body teaching. It is a teaching of agriculture. Once you understand it, you're going to stop trying to put all these people in places of a teaching of agriculture. No, Horus is not your God. That's not what I'm saying. These things represent things in nature. Ancient cultures showed respect to them because it takes stages of things for things to happen to be abundant. So you show respect to the stages on the earth. Other cultures took that as gods because they showed respect to it. That's what's going on. You get it? Isis is just Virgo. Going into Virgo. That's it. The mother goddess. That was represented by a melanated woman because the melanated woman was the first person to nurture after the harvest. She started the harvest and she nurtured it. That's why you put the melanated woman's face on the forefront of the creator. Let's keep going. Let me show you something. The melanated woman in the first Virgo, in ancient Samaria, it was Nasaba, or Nubian Kemetic roots of the virgin archetype. She is fundamentally associated with the first teachings of Virgo, writing, recording, learning, and agriculture. This what make her a goddess. She's the first one to teach writing, recording records, learning, and agriculture accounting. Now, that's why our people are connected to the goddess thing, right? Because the melanated copper-colored people are the first people to do this. She is teaching agriculture accounting, learning, writing. What languages are they writing? Right? The original person of grain oversaw the physical harvest. As trade grew, she became responsible for the records of those transactions, eventually becoming the goddess of writing and learning. This is what makes the female melanated woman the first nurturer on the planet. It's just that simple. Stop trying to put Tahuti and Thoth and all these men, all that stuff in front of the melanated woman. You can't do that. She's the first one to put the seed in the ground, grow it, cook it, and feed your ass, nigga. It's just that simple. So, in this society, they try to script that away from her because they know her power. They know her power. So we want her dependent on us, our system. We want her dependent on our jobs. We want her dependent on our monetary system or support from the government. We want her not with her melanated man to nurture him, to make him great. We don't want that. We want her by herself, thinking she's independent, doing everything on her own, working herself to death. That's what we want her to do. Keep her over there, separated from these men, because we know the power if she nurtures and pours back in, our power is unlimited. These other cultures know this. So they want to isolate her. Make her do everything on her own. Make our women think that I make more money than him. I do it. They want our women to think like that. That separates the foundation of our power, and it turns our culture against each other. Now we losing. Now we losing. Roll the coin. We're not connected to source, so we start to lose. They put the monetary system in your place and pushed everybody else out. Now everybody want to be a boss. Everybody don't care nothing about their people. I want 5 degrees and I look down on men. They want her like that. You know why? Because it cripples their culture. Why do you think the government ever put into place certain things to help a melanated woman? They didn't help nobody else. They knew if you separate the man from the woman, we can for sure eradicate these people. These people knew that if you separate the man from the house, the woman gonna raise the boy. And the boy gonna take on the same type of thing that the woman took on. Now he's scared to death of their system. They know that. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, the Virgo energy is viewed as the midwife of evolution, recording divine truth in the earthly language. The midwife of evolution. She births the harvest. She gives birth to the harvest and takes care of it. That is her job. That harvest gonna feed all our people. That harvest is gonna feed all our people in ancient times. So this is so powerful. This is life or death. Her power is over us surviving and us not surviving. Do you get it? Let's keep going. Osiris as the seed in the spring. That's what that represents. The sowing, winnowing of grain in the spring. That's the beginning of the Holy Trinity. Let's keep going. Cycle of rebirth. Right? The autumn season and harvest months embodied this myth. You die in the ground to sprout again as a seed. Osiris was believed to give life to the crops that sustained the people of Egypt. He gave life, and then the mother goddess took care of it on the back end. That's what they're trying to tell you. Let's keep going. Now, Greek Rome, the constellation of Virgo was heavily associated with the goddess of agriculture. Where they get that shit from? Virtue and the harvest. Where did the later Greek and Roman people get that from? Who are some of the people who creates these biblical books or these Qurans or Torahs in the Middle East? Where they get that from? an ancient culture who was there first, doing amazing things on that land. Isis, deeply connected to agriculture and the fertility of the Nile. Let's keep going. So the seed is the death and the sowing in the spring. Then you get the harvest of Horus. Then you get the nurture of Virgo after the summer. That's the Holy Trinity. That became Jesus, God, and Virgin Mary, right? Story written down 2,000 years ago. This story was written down on the Nile 5,000 years ago. Same story. Same exact story, people. So they got it from this. But who they got it from? The culture before them, the mound building culture of America. Just evolved to be them. Then it turned to that. That's the part people don't understand. When I see this ancient culture, the most oldest in the world, it's on Timeri land. Because all our mounds align with everything the Egyptians believed in, and they are way older than Egypt. So now you see a connection between the teachings of an ancient culture going into a more evolved culture. Then they're taken out after they come over there on the Nile, and then these people turn these stories that they pulled out of mounds and tombs and pyramids and turned it into their story. Let's keep going. Horus and the winter solstice, December 21st. Right? The rebirth of the son of God. That's what they're trying to tell you. The rebirth of the Son of God. The rebirth of the Son. Same thing. Roll the coin. Light prevailing over the dark. That means the sun on the shortest days of the year in December. Staying in the sky 3 or 4 days, short days. That became Christmas. That became Christmas. The birth of Horus was famously celebrated on December 25th, a date that coincided with the winter solstice according to the Roman calendar. The alignment was highly significant. The winter solstice marked the shortest day of the year, after which the days began to be long after that, symbolizing the rebirth of the sun. Jesus' birthday. That's what they're trying to tell you. Same thing. Same exact thing. Now, these are Mississippian artifacts. Pottery, earthen pottery. Look at these people. Just look at them. Just look like your auntie, your sister, your cousin. See the lines on their head? Do you see the lines on their head? That represents lines of agriculture on the headdress, right? See that? I want y'all to pay attention to them stripes on their head. See that? That's what I'm talking about right there. You see that? Roll the coin. Let me show y'all something. Let's go look at the pre-dynastic. Let's go look around a little bit. Roll the coin. Now y'all see them lines, right? Mississippian. Keep that in mind. Let me see can I find one of the old sarcophagus of the first Egyptian. And show y'all them lines on the headdress going straight down, just like those. It's the same thing. If I can find it. Let me see. See that? See how them lines on their head representing the lines on the crop field? Sun is gold. Green is blue like green is water. See them lines like a tiger stripe on their head going straight down? Let me screenshot. Roll the coin. You see them lines? See them lines on the Mississippian head? It's the same culture, people. Roll the coin. It's the same culture. See them lines? That represents agriculture fields? See them lines? See? Y'all take this shit a joke. This is your culture. It's just prehistoric in America. That's the only difference. It's way older in Mary. Let's look at it one more time. Now look at the face. Look at the face. Look at the lines. Look at the eyes. Now look at the face. Look at the lines. Look at the eyes right here. Same old, same type of eyes, same lines on the headdress. These people know that the Mississippi River people are the ancestors of these people. They know it. They know it. Roll the coin. Look at the lines. As the culture grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and smarter and more intelligent, and now the structures are getting built, the statues are built better. It's evolving. These headdresses represent agriculture lines. The sun and the water lines, right? For fertility. It takes sun and water. We already knew that. Right? We already knew that. That's why you put it on the headdress representing like the first waters and the first thing. Now, if you think I'm lying, This appears to be the Mississippian culture. If you think I'm bullshit, this is the Mississippian culture's pottery. This ain't no Egypt. Roll the coin. Got to show you that, just so our people will know. Now, these are structures in America. These are structures in America with some type of Indian face over the door. Theaters and buildings in America with master masonry. Master mason. Look at that brickwork. You might not see brickwork like that again. Look at that. Now, I'm just finna, off the top of my head, tell y'all what went on, so y'all can understand our history. Ancient American culture are the first people to align stars with structures on the ground, as in mounds. Mounds represent the creation story for our people. That's why the Egyptians called it the Ben, the primordial mound of creation, the Ben. That's why you had a Ben stone on top of the pyramid. Do you get it? The pyramid is just the evolution of a mound, people. That's all it is. Roll the coin. Let me show you so you can understand. The Ben Mound is the primeval hill that arose from the primordial waters of Noon, the snake people, at the beginning of time. At the beginning of time. Not the pyramid, the mound. So you make a Ben stone, right? You make a Ben stone to put on top of the pyramid. Sacred object, ancient Egyptian mythology, representing the primordial mound that emerges from the chaotic waters. So the top of the pyramid is just an ancient teaching of the mounds to cap off the top of the pyramid. That's all it is. It's the same thing as a mound builder, just an evolved mound builder. Now, because they know their ancestry. See, we lost connection with our ancestors. We think the mound just some Native American dirt piles. No. That's the first Ben. That's the first thing on the ground representing the creation of our people from the earth. Don't let them people tell you that a pyramid with a Ben stone in Egypt is not the same as a mound in Winterville, Mississippi, in the Delta. It's the same thing. One of them just 3,000-4,000 years older than the other one. Because both of them represent the same thing. The creation of the copper race. Adama, the brown people. Huma, the brown people. Not the black African, not the Ashkenazi Jew, not the European, the brown people. To separate the real, you must look at the artifacts, right? To know what these people were telling you, you must look at the artifacts. King Tut is copper color. He is standing on an African and some type of Mongol Asian. Why is this? If these are the people, why he not on top and this one not? Because these are copper color people are the people that brought the knowledge to the Nile. And these people became enemies of our culture on another land. If you think I'm lying, I will show you. Right? King Tut standing on enemies. I ain't call y'all enemies. The ancestors did. But yet it show, I'm just showing y'all the truth. King Tut dominated his rivals. His artisans incorporated striking imagery of bound, defeated enemies onto his footwear, footstool, and ceremonial items, likely allowing them to walk all over his foes. I didn't create that. That's just our history. Now, roll the coin. Same picture I'm showing y'all. Enemies of King Tut. Why is the black African an enemy of the bloodline of Egypt? If they the original people. Why is the Arab looking dude and the African not the chosen people? I know why. I know exactly why. Let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. Let me see that. Come on, give me that. Give me these pictures. There you go right there. There you go right there. Let's go back to what they're saying. Look at that. Who are these people? They trying to be you. They trying to be. I'm just keeping it real. I ain't trying to be funny about Africa. I'm just telling y'all what the hell going on. King Tut had a cane with his enemies. This cane is one of the group that depicts the enemies of King Tut. The king used these canes in ceremonies during his lifetime. Two of the king's enemies are represented on this cane. I see an African and an Arab. That's what I see. I don't know about y'all. That's what old truth see. These the guys that be trying to kick knowledge. Right here. These guys trying to kick knowledge right here. Damn near Muslims today. And these guys claiming your identity on their land, they know the truth. Now, if these was black Africans, it would have been represented on the wall as black Africans. Now, what happened to the bloodline who ran Egypt first? They became enslaved. Now do you get it? Why King Tut and them got enemies? An enemy automatically got to be attacking you. But we were so good with the bow and arrow, we held them off for hundreds and thousands of years. We held them off for a long time, people. You see that chariot with the bow and arrow? Tasseti. We were experts with the bow and arrow. So we held off these people long as we could on a foreign land. So when a new dynasty started to start, That's when our people finally lost over a long amount of time of fighting on that land. Then we became builders of older, like newer pyramids, like Giza. Saqqara is the old culture. The first pyramid on the Nile is Saqqara. That's them copper people. Why are they attacking? Agriculture, people. Abundance. We got minerals from the earth, crops, food. We have spirituality with nature to grow anything. We got trees and fruits that don't even come from that land. You are abundant and wealthy. These people don't know nothing about no grapes and all that type of stuff. That stuff is grown by a certain type of people. Palm trees. That's not African. The tree of life is not even African. So they are attacking your people on that land until they conquer that land. Once they conquered it, then comes biblical times. Because time is moving as we are fighting these people. Then they get to talking about our people that's pushed out of Egypt in the Bible. But you don't understand it. Because that is the time when our people left there. Do you get it? Them exiled ancient copper people from the Nile are the people in Jerusalem and Levant. How you think they got there? They built them cities after they was exiled. They even exiled our people out of Mesopotamia. That's the Arzareth story in the hidden part of the Bible. They sitting there telling you that your people got exiled out of their land after they ran kingdoms forever, and then they finally cracked them and moved and made them some type of indentured service or some type of prisoner of war, and then they start moving around. Mesopotamia sitting there telling you that in Arzareth, they moved these people out and sent them back to their homeland. Where their homeland is? Here. Do you get it? Do you get it? Enemies of Egypt. Crazy work. Roll the coin. He go a better picture of it. If you think I'm lying, this straight off the wall right here. Straight off the wall. Straight off the wall, people. Now, what makes him different from him and him? What makes him different from him and him? We build kingdoms. To start a kingdom, you must have agriculture. Solid agriculture, not no shit popping up here and there. You must have solid agriculture, solid building skills, astronomy, math, all of that. That's why our culture was hated back then the same way it's not like now. You still have a culture in you that nobody can match to this day, people. No other people on the planet could make music greater than Michael Jackson. Can't nobody dance better than him. Y'all songs not better. You can duplicate it all you want. But you can see it in the people. Why do you think Michael Jackson talking about remember the times? He know that his bloodline is connected to some greater. Shot the video like he was in Egypt. He know it, people. He tapped into it. He know it. Why are these people so great? Why LeBron play ball a certain type of way? Why Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and come on now. Roll the corn. Why Chris Brown dancing all, can about dance like Chris Brown and Mike and all these people? You better ask yourself these questions. Where is the Arab Michael Jackson? Where is the African Michael Jackson? Where they at? I ain't trying to be funny, but where are they? It's a difference, people. Your DNA is way older than every other culture's. You've been here longer. Your ancestors created everything great on this land. And it moved around. It moved around. Now, let me show y'all something else. Roll the corn. Now, some type of maze god with locks, people. Now you must understand who are the people doing the resurrection of the corn in the spring. Who are the people that done that first before there was ever a Jesus that resurrected in the spring? Who were the people doing the resurrection of agriculture in the spring that turned into that teaching? Ancient Tamaricans, Locks, Maize God. If Osiris turned, and Horus ideology turned into religion, this is where it comes from. Because Osiris is a corn mummy. Now, ancient pictograph languages of agriculture became hieroglyphics. Let me show y'all I ain't lying. Roll the corn. Let me show y'all I ain't lying. Because they try to act like all this shit different languages, and it's not. Just an evolved language. Ancient Egyptian pictographs of agriculture involved directly into hieroglyphics. The earliest symbols were literally pictures of farming, tools, and crops that eventually developed phonetic values. Now what that proved to you? Stop trying to separate the ancient paleo pictograph language with hieroglyphics. Stop doing that. A white man taught you that. He don't know what the hell he talking about. Because when I go through hieroglyphics and I go through Paleo Hebrew, it's the same damn language. Just different names of people and places. So agriculture created hieroglyphics. The same way it created Paleo Hebrew languages. So if Thoth is writing in hieroglyphics, he come from an agriculture teacher, not a space teacher. If the wisdom of Thoth or Cygnus is coming from agriculture people, they're coming from an earth being, a teaching of somebody who is intertwined with nature. It don't come from outer space. You're not talking about no spaceship under Giza. It's talking about a real ship under Giza. Now you understand it. If Thoth is Cygnus, Cygnus align with all the mounds in the southeast of America. All of them. Thoth is Cygnus, people. The same teaching of the American mound builder. They want to separate it and lie to you because that don't show the connection between the cultures. Thoth ain't nothing but a damn ibis from America. That's it. That goes with the afterlife teaching of Cygnus in the sky. Facts. Facts. They just keep it simple. We ain't got to get all deep and all this making up. They just keep it simple. Can y'all see that? They just keep it simple. Right? If we keep it simple, what does Thoth represent? The wisdom of Thoth. Let's go see. Roll the coin. Thoth is officially associated with the sacred ibis. In baboon, ibis is primarily sacred animal. His connection to the Cygnus Swan constellation stems primarily from, they try to say it's alternative, but that's where he come from. That's exactly where Thoth come from. The ibis representing Cygnus. Now, roll the coin. Do what I want y'all to do. Any mound site close to where you live, Google it and see if it's aligned with Cygnus. Please. Mississippians' Hopewell culture often align with Cygnus. The same teaching as Thoth. Now, if you know about some mounds in your area, Google it. If mounds up screaming your house, Google are they aligned with Cygnus. Watch what it tell you. They don't care where you at. Carolina, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, Kentucky, Texas. Please ask the question. Go ask. And then come back and put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Go ask it. Y'all did it? Let me know what y'all come up with real quick before I keep going. Anybody did it? Roll the coin. Anybody did it yet? Saul's Mound in Tennessee. That's Pinson Mounds, right? Saul's Mound is at Pinson Mounds, right? Pinson? Saul's Mound, Pinson? Pinson Mounds? Complex layout ties into ancient cosmological beliefs surrounding the constellation Cygnus. The path of souls, the death journey, the Mississippians. It's the same thing as Duat in Egypt. Pinson Mounds are aligned with Cygnus. Facts. Pull up another one. Just keep pulling them up. Florida, all my Florida people, Georgia, Colamoki Mounds. Pull all that shit up. See if it's aligned with Cygnus. Come on now. Emerald, let's go see. Go check out old Emerald. Now, Emerald has an alignment with the Milky Way path, right? Cahokia, yes. Come on now. That's the same alignment as Egypt, people. Right there in your backyard. It's right there in your backyard. Right there in your backyard. Right there in your backyard. Here go the pyramids of Giza. They go to Tomb of the Birds right there. Tomb of the early empire. Tomb of the Birds. Up there. See what it say? Cygnus on the modern map of Giza Plateau. Cygnus. Stars of Cygnus. Overlay using the stars of Cygnus. Matching perfectly with the pyramids. They go to bottom star right there and right here. See how they got an Islamic cemetery down there? They go to Valley Temple, right? Or the ancient people, and the Islamic people put their burial right there on top of ours. Same thing they do over here in America. Put the YT people on top of our ancient mounds and bury them. All hunter-gatherers do that. That's why I don't even be with that Islam stuff. Right? I ain't got nothing to do with that. Roll the corn. This stuff is Cygnus, people. That's the real alignment. Cygnus, stars overlaid in red. Fits perfect. Fits perfect. That's a mound right there. Deneb spot obscuring Mastaba. Mastaba is a mound where Deneb sits. Right there. Fresh out the sky. Now, as you see your real ancient culture on the ground, and they calling it Native American culture, that is not Native American culture. It's ancient melanated people's culture who've been here forever. You get it? To switch your history, they must tell you it's Native American. Because somebody built them. They 60 and 50 feet tall right in your backyard. Somebody built them. You couldn't tear all of them down in time for you to whitewash our history. So now, they want to tell you the rest of them that's left, the one they couldn't tear down, Native Americans done it. Then they put NACPRA, a federal law, giving our people's ancient bones out of mounds to Native Americans. It's not even their ancestors, people. These people are putting our people's bones and artifacts in museums, charging money to go see our culture in museums. And these people know it. And they know it. Ottawa Mounds. Let's go look. Theorized by archaeoastronomers to align with the constellation Cygnus, the path of souls, or Tula, Toltec. Tula, Toltec, same thing. Tula, Toltec, same thing, huh? Let's go look at a Toltec, ancient Toltec artifact. Motherfucker got cornrows in his head. This is our land, people. Now, when y'all ready to take this shit back, y'all let me know. This is our land. There go your kinfolk right there on the pottery with cornrows in his head. Ottawa comes from Atula. Tula is associated to Toltec and Tola. Same people. Melanated mound builders. This is not no damn bright-skinned Indian. You feel me? That is not no bright-skinned Indian. We know the truth now. That is not no bright-skinned Indian right there with a yin on his belt, the circle and the dot. As you see the circle and the dot on his chain, that is Paleo Hebrew. No matter what the hell y'all think y'all know from the Bible, this is before the Bible. I don't care how nobody feel about it. A yin. This is before all of that, so we ain't gonna put that into the conversation. This is before that. A yin symbol. We got bet and a yin all over our artifacts in America. Circle and dot, huh? There you go right there. There you go right there. What's that, truth? Jesus in ancient Hebrew language. Okay. They go look at it. A yin. Early Hebrew. There you go. Right there. Shit on all our artifacts. All of them. Mississippian artifacts, Hopewell, ancient Mexican melanated Indians, ancient South Americans, all of them. Circle and a dot. They got this from our agriculture people. Let's keep looking. Look up there on the headdress under the coin. Look at the headdress under the coin. A yin. What you think that is? The canes represent lamb. The canes represent lamb. The circle and the dot represents a yin. You just think some damn candy canes, huh? You just think it's some candy canes on the artifact, huh? You know. You just think it's all come from Jerusalem, huh? See them canes? What that is right there? Cane. Lambed. Here we go. Come on. There you go right there. Mm-hmm. We know the truth now. It stands for authority. Authority. Lamb, mem, dalet. Lamb is authority. Mem is water. Dalet is the pyramid area of the agriculture. That's why you call it the delta. Dalet means delta. Mem means water. Lamb means authority. Lamb, mem, dalet is Paleo Hebrew. Memphis, that is not no damn name from the Bible. That is an ancient name before it was even wrote. Mem is way before the Bible. Lamb, mem, delet. Delet is delta. Nachal, delet. Now, delta. Now, delta comes from Greeks. Nachal, delet come from our people. The snake, the river that's shaped like a snake. Nachal. Motherfucker ain't named no Nile. Hunter-gatherer taught you that. We named that river. Roll the coin. I just got to show you, man. Like, I'm just showing you the truth. Our culture gave these people this stuff long before, right? Ancient Mississippian artifacts found on the Mississippi River with sickness on the head. Sickness is on his head. Roll the coin. They ain't gonna show you this. Sickness on his head. The path of souls come from Nachazin, Noon people, so-called snake people. Duat and the path of souls come from their teaching. All of it go together. Stop separating it. Don't separate the truth. It all go together. They want to separate ancient paleo languages from hieroglyphics, from Sanskrit, and the first Aramaic language. They want to separate all of it. But we know that agriculture language gave them people language over there. It gave them language. Let me show y'all something. And I showed you yesterday, but it's powerful. Very, very powerful. Europeans were by no means the pioneers in human civilization. Half of man's recorded records in history had passed before anyone in Europe could even read or write. And I'm going to give y'all that on the back end. So it's showing a culture who created a language and a culture at the same time can't even speak a word. And they want to teach you that side of the world created the languages. Cap. Now, truth. Why are these people primitive and we got pyramids? Because we older than them. It's just that simple. We the firstborn people of the planet. They born after us, thousands of years after us. We had already figured out everything by the time they started popping out. This is the difference. This is why they don't like you. This is why they would never like you. They know this. So they steal this knowledge and act like it's theirs to act like they are the more sophisticated race. I know about the Chickasaw mounds. I got you. I know about all the mounds. All the mounds in the South, I studied them, bro. From Texas to up the Florida coast, up to Carolina, up to Virginia, I studied all of them. Now, Europe and Africa, same geography. The African, a little older than them. They older than them, but they not older than us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They are still barbarous cultures. When our people had boats that came to the land of the real New World, which is Africa and Europe, these people were still barbarous. Facts. Our culture was already building pyramids and rolling corn and talking about star alignments, bringing seeds and plants and new life and paradise to the desert. That's what really happened in history. We brought paradise to the desert. The paradise represented our ancestral land. The paradise represented our ancestral land, people. That's what it represented. If you don't know this, you better get your knowledge up. Because in ancient Egypt belief, the heavenly paradise was known as Aru, the field of reeds. It perfectly represented the ancestral land, a flawless, eternal mirror image of mortal life alone. They try to link it with the Nile, but they're talking about the ancestral land as paradise. That's what they're trying to tell you. Over here, this is paradise, people. This is paradise. You know why? We got miles and miles of freshwater rivers. We got miles and miles of land that grows agriculture without nobody even touching it. Abundance is here. Where the grass grows on its own is abundant. Where the field of reeds grows on its own is abundant. This desert is not the promised land, people. No matter how deep you get into the book, the desert is never the promised land. So our people put paradise in the desert. You bring palm trees from your ancient culture, put them over there and start growing palm trees. You bring grapevines, corn too, corn rolled too, and you plant it right there on an arid land that you ain't even from. Now Egypt is talking about the pharaohs of two lands, the people of two lands. What two lands? Marry first, where the ancestors live in paradise, to over there. Here's what they trying to tell you. They said the knowledge came on a boat. The knowledge came on a boat and we buried it under Giza. They find the Khufu ship under Egypt with records written all over it. Wisdom and ancient knowledge written all over it. Talking about they came from Atlantis. They come from Atlantis, all right. Now, to deflect history, they try to teach you Atlantis is a mystical place. A place sunken under the water. A place nobody ever seen before. But they lying. You sitting on Atlantis right now. From up here all the way going down into Mexico, all going down in Central and South America, you sitting in Atlantis right now. The people who built that stuff from here. Then you go into Sumerian knowledge. You go into Sumerian knowledge. The first culture in Samaria was the Ubaid culture, and they pulled up on the same type of ships the Egyptians talking about. Reed ships. The ancestors come from the land of reeds. They saying the same thing the damn Egyptians saying. Foreigners. Then when they get exiled off the land that they built because crops are right there and these people are hungry, they enslave them. Mix the bloodlines with them. Claim their birthright and heritage. On all lands, not just in America. Your stuff got took over there on the Nile too. Saqqara is a Tamari city. Anywhere you see that falcon at is our shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Alabama, Mississippi ain't just your shit. Nigga, Saqqara, Egypt, your shit. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Saqqara, Egypt. First pyramid ever built on the Nile. The Pyramid of Doja. This your shit too. You think that ain't yours? You think that ain't yours? With that American Falcon on all that shit? See, you must know. You must know what you looking at. This your shit too. These your damn people. These tall, melanated, so-called giants. These your people. 4,400-year-old tomb. Look at that. Look at the color of that man. Man, not from no Africa. Roll the corn. That bloodline don't even come from there. Now look at the Arab up in there with our shit. Look at him. No blood connection or none of this stuff. Sakara comes from Sakar, people. Sakar is an American falcon. Sakara is the first people on the Nile. They believe in Sakar. Sokar. An American falcon. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You cannot. The whole time, roll the corn. The whole time, they telling you this stuff. But the whole time, Sakar. This is before Horus teachings. This is before Haru. This is where they got Horus and Haru from. Sakar. The coat of Sakar. See that? The corn mummy. Memphis, god of the dead. Memphite. They connected to Mem. Mem is still a Paleo-Hebrew teaching, people. Don't try to separate Mem and Sakar, because the Memphites got something to do with Sakar. So you must put the languages together to get the truth. I'm reading an old book. It said that these people wrote in hieroglyphics and Paleo-Hebrew. Now, let's start thinking. Now, in the book, it said, why would they change their original language to glyphs, hieroglyphs? They didn't want somebody to read it, people. They didn't want somebody to read it. So you switch it to hieroglyphics. They're not even using the ancient language no more. They know how to write it, but they're not using it. They're using hieroglyphics to hide the truth from the outsiders. So you can never go decode it and pull up our people tombs. They were that smart. They were that smart. They were dead smart. Roll the corn. Giza is named Ras Tua, right? Ras Tua, Rostau, right? Right there. It's the original name of Giza. The desert of Rastua. The river becomes a dry bed, but that is the name of Giza. Right there. That's the real name. I want y'all to study it with that name. Don't study it with the pyramids of Giza. Them the pyramids of Rastua. Now, T-A-U. Right? T-A-U. Cross. They want to separate these crosses, right? The Tau cross. T-A-U. Let's look it up. Here go a glyph with the Tau right here of the Mayans. Right there. That's a tau cross. Right there. Now, why is Giza named after a cross the Mayans used? Ross Tau. See tau-shaped icons built by the Mayans? TAU. This is in the southwest of America. This is in Mexico. That's the Tau cross. Now, why in the hell is Egypt named Ras Tau? As you can see it right there. Right there. Tau-shaped icon built by the Mayans. Now, why is Giza named after a Tau cross used in America? Giza is really Rostau. Yes. Giza Plateau, known as Egyptian times as Ros Tau. Then the Mayans are using the Tau cross. These ain't even the real names over there, people. They're not even giving us the real names over there. You know why? Because the Tau cross is in America way before it gets to anywhere other place. That's a fact. This is why they give you all these Greek ass names, right? This is why they give you these Greek names. Now let me show y'all something. Now, that Tau cross ended up on the shores of Spain. Now, let's go to Tartarian style buildings. What's that right there? On an old church. In ancient times, the Tau was used as a symbol of life and resurrection. 8th letter of the Greek alphabet. Now it's Greek, huh? Look at these old buildings the Tau sitting on. The cross that's used built patterns in the windows of St. Anthony's in Spain. Why is the Tau cross on ancient buildings in Spain? We went over there and built that shit. That's why it's there. It's not even a cross. Here go an ancient Tau cross on the beach in Spain, right here. They calling it the Greek cross, the Latin cross. It's not even a culture. They got it from us. The crux, Latin cross. Now, I can see where we traveling at. Now you got that, but that's a whole nother thing. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Why does the preacher, old St. Anthony, got the Tau cross on top of his staff? And that is an American cross. Representing Orion, Betelgeuse, Regal, and Sirius at the bottom. The summer solstice. That's exactly what it is. Let's keep going. Ancient Tau cross on the beach. They know what it is. Let me show you the one in Spain that just sit there on his own. They can't even figure out how it even got there. This before all this other stuff, right? Show you the one in Spain. Tau cross, Spain. Now this for all these Moors, right? This for all these Spanish, these so-called. Is it Spain or Ireland? It's one of them. Hold on. I might be tripping. Might be Ireland. Hold on. Might be Ireland. I might be tripping. There go one of them right there. But I think it's Ireland. There you go right there. Here we go right here. In Ireland. Symbol of the Tower Cross. In stone. That is in... This is a replica of the Tower Cross. They took the real one out the ground and they put the fake one out there, right? It's a replica. Why would they do that? Because at the top of the old one had faces of some type of Mayan-looking people with slanted eyes on top right here. And they took it out and put the fake one there. It's in an old book I got talking about this. These people did not put that there. People in an ancient boat put that right there. Because it's right on the water. Right out from the water a little bit, right? Now, let's go see something else. Tower Cross, Ireland, mounds or near. Let's go see. The original Tower Cross once stood on the brow of Roghen Hill near Killinnaboy. It was a rare T-shaped limestone cross carved with a single piece of stone, featuring two small carved heads on its arms. Our people's face was on that Tower Cross as we came across the water in ancient times, and they took it out the ground and put that bullshit up there. This is showing, what is that teaching us? Our people were the first travelers of the world because we were using the same style symbols. Now that symbol is royal, is holy in Ireland, right? But it's not from their culture. We brought that over there. Now, something else I want y'all to study. Start studying about the swan. The swan in ancient cultures. It's going to tell you the same story as Thoth. The swan is going to tell you the same story as Thoth. Celtic, all that stuff, same story. Why would I tell you? The ancient culture predated everybody and they took it and made their cultures out of it. The swan, I was just watching a movie yesterday. What's the name of that movie? Dude was talking about the swan and the culture that came with the mounds. In the movie. I'm going to find that movie and put it on TikTok. I'm going back through my list of what I watch. The Swan Association with the Irish and mounds. Watch this. The ibis. In Irish mythology, swans were revered as sacred, shape-shifting creatures with the power to cross the veil between the mortal realm and the underworld. Ain't that the same thing? Deeply linked to ancient burial mounds and fairy hills. Fairy hills, see, y'all go with all that old mythology shit. These ain't no fairies. See, what's a fairy? This is not a fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale. This is our ancient culture putting mounds in swan ideology, just like Egypt with the swan of Thoth, the ibis of Thoth, same damn thing. We went around the world first and all the cultures came from there. Now that was Irish. That was Irish, right? Let's go look at Celtic. Let's check out the Boston Celtics. Watch this. Celtics. The swan. Sacred symbol of the soul, spiritual transformation, and the outer world. So Don't you see a people? It's not just Egypt, people. It's all the way around the world. Stop just looking at Egypt. Stop just over there humping on Egypt and start looking at Ireland. Stop, all you Egyptologists, Egypt, General Sadie ass niggas, stop always pointing to Egypt. We got shit in Europe older than Egypt. Y'all just over there humping on the pyramids, bumping and grinding on the pyramid. Ain't look nowhere else. All our history come from Egypt. You a damn lie. Roll the coin. All you Egyptologists. I'm sick of y'all. We got shit aligned with sickness in the middle of Europe, thousands of years older than Egypt. And I can prove it. When you see sickness, them niggas, kings, not the nigga you think in America, king niggas, niggers. Roll the coin. This is the history that people don't want to teach. They just want to teach you from Egypt, you from Africa, you from, no. We circled this whole world before a hunter-gatherer ever got civilized. Stop humping on Egypt so much. Learn about something else. Go read about England and goddamn France and Britain. Then you're going to see the truth. Then you're going to see the truth. Right? Roll the coin. Gobekli Tepe. Old as hell. Who put that there? The Star Danube, huh? Sickness. Gobekli Tepe. We did. We put that shit right there. We put this shit right there. See the we put that right there. Look how it's aligned. Look at how this stuff aligned. Let's go look at it. Look at that. Watch how it's aligned. Watch this. Look at this. M42 Nebula is Orion's nebula. M42 Nebula is Orion's nebula. That is the same meaning as the hand with the eye in the middle in the Mississippian mounds. Same meaning. Same thing. Same, look at this alignments. Deneb. Cygnus. The stars of Cygnus. Roll the coin. That is what you got to learn. We find this all over the world. Now, some people be saying melanated people was all over the world, but not all melanated people knew of that knowledge. The ancient culture knew of that knowledge. They built in stone. Just because a lot of these people was around don't mean they knew the knowledge. They could have just been barbaric cultures watching from the outside as a certain ancient people built things aligned with stars. And they learned it from those people. So all of these cities in the world are built close or on top of these sites. The Vatican, that's an ancient site, people. Ain't no reptilians down under the Vatican running the world. We built underground at the Vatican. The Vatican has star alignments in the structures. They just took it over and turned it into a religious place, right? It's columns under the Vatican, people. Ancient columns under the Vatican. That's ancient culture building underground for Duat. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Now, I want you to study it a certain type of way. I want you to start finding mounds all around the world aligned with sickness And then look at the artifacts. Then as you see the artifacts, you see the Paleo-Hebrew language as it evolves around the world, going up into things like Egypt and Samaria and stuff like that. But there are places that are older than these places, way older. Right? You go look at the Great Wall of China, you start to see some more type of stuff. Now, as you look at Göbekli Tepe, that is Cygnus, people, on the walls. Well, the vulture stone is Aguila. The vulture is Aguila. It's the same vulture meaning in Egypt. Let's go look at this star map one more time. Check this star map out one more time so I can show y'all something that's on there. Now look at that. As you see, Scorpius is under Cygnus. That's why you put the scorpion under the bird. It's all astrology. You see it? There go Aguila right there. There go Scorpius down under it. Look at it right there. The scorpion represents Scorpius. It's fire. That is fire. Now, roll the coin. Let's go check something out. Go check something out. Now, as you seen Scorpius in Göbekli Tepe, right? Now you see the stars of Scorpius were widely seen by mound builders, the Mississippians, celestial serpent or horned serpent. Scorpius was known by our people. That Scorpius in Göbekli Tepe I just showed you. This is showing a knowledge of stars everybody don't know about in BC times, people. So it's showing that these people are connected through knowledge. That's exactly what it's showing. So the people on Mississippi River know about Scorpius. Then you get Scorpius on Göbekli Tepe, right? Dude, why you keep popping up? Let's keep looking. The Sumerians, or the Ubaid culture, they knew of Scorpius, one of the oldest constellations, dating back 5,000 years, right? Y'all know the Egyptians knew about it. So this is showing a bloodline of people who knows ancient astrology. Well aware of Scorpius. So now, all of these cultures that they claim are aliens and all of that got a connection with the stars. And it's not because they are from there. It is because they mirrored it from the earth to as above, so below. So you build on the ground aligned with that teaching of the stars. And the mounds in America are the oldest ones in the world. They try to make other places older. They're not older. Because the dates we getting off the mounds are government federal dates, right? And then when the College of LSU done the research on the mound, it was 11,000 years old. When you got some independent research, the mound jumped 10,000 years older. When the government say the mound is 800 AD or BC, 800 BC. When an independent person going and get the dates, the mound 11, 12,000 years old. Get it? They're lying about the age of everything. They was pulling bones out of the mounds that was so old, when air hit them, they disintegrated. It had to be 10,000 years old. When air hit it, it just turned into dust, right? Y'all got any questions, hop in the guest box or put it in the comments. Any questions, hop in the guest box or put it in the comments. Or anything I talked about today or something else y'all want to talk about. I got my Big Chief University glasses. Roll the corn. Big Chief University. Any questions, throw it in the comments or hop in the guest box. We know the truth now. You missed the part of how they divided us before. What era you mean by the division? Appreciate the top cats for the glasses, man. O type is linked to the copper. What's our connection to the land in Arkansas? Arkansas is a part of the Mississippi Delta. Arkansas, see, you must understand, all the way from the coast down there from New Orleans, all the way up through the Mississippi Delta and the Yazoo Delta and Arkansas Delta. They're some of the most ancient lands on the planet. Some of the most ancient lands, some of the oldest black soil or Kemet or the silt soil, some of the oldest agriculture land in the world sits right there on the Mississippi Delta. So that means people was there farming that area before every other culture started even farming. Arkansas had prehistoric diamonds right there with the mounds in Arkansas, in Little Rock. Well, not in Little Rock, but it's on that side of Arkansas. In the old newspapers, it said 11 million people stayed in that Mississippi Delta up to the Arkansas area in ancient times. 11 million people. They try to act like we come from Africa, but why is 11 million people living on the Mississippi Delta 1,000 years ago? It don't even make no sense if we brought from Africa, right? It don't make sense. Any questions, throw it in the chat or hop in the guest box. I'm take a couple questions, y'all. Even in the old newspaper, it said that the ancestors of the Egyptians are the people of the Mississippi Delta. Even in the newspaper, it said. I got the receipts. See, we learned how to turn the soil black over here. right? From the rivers. Yad and Yad means work in Paleo Hebrew. Work. The arm and the hand symbol. Look up places like French, like the French Bend, right? French Bend. French Bend. Ancient agriculture. These places are 12,000 years old with black soil and farming right off the Mississippi River. It features North America's oldest earthen mounds. French Bend. Some of the oldest mounds, 4,500 BC. Ancient inhabitants of the regions, highly complex. That land in French Bend where that mound is ancient black Kemet soil. Then you got a big black soil going through the southeast as the real Kemet. That teaching came from rivers in America. Then it went to the Nile. Then it went to the Tigris and Euphrates River. Closely related to what? That's a mini word, and it's universe. Hop in the chat at the bottom, and I'll bring you up to get a question or comment real quick. You in there? Hit the guest box. I just want y'all to know that these are the ancestors of our people, and the people that became melanated Indians. The people that became melanated Indians. Why was East St. Louis disconnected? St. Louis had huge mounds, people. Huge mounds. I'm talking about they tore all of them down. They kept a couple of them. Cahokia is up, but St. Louis had huge mounds in town. In the town, they tore one up like right outside on the water by like the downtown area. Huge mound and found skeletons in there. Universe, what up?
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm so happy you on here doing this, man. Like, I've been screaming about this for a long time that we don't know our true history. And the whole Kemet thing, that was black lands. That's how we make black lands. It's a planting system, actually. It's called the Milfoot planting system. Bean, squash, and there was something else to make the black land. Because when you use corn, it makes...
See, Kemet comes from the silt of the river.
Yes.
The silt of the river turns you have to irrigate the river to get the silt into the land. Then when the irrigation and the silt comes in, when the river rises, it darkens the soil. Then you plant your crops.
Oh, okay.
It's preparation of the land before growing.
But yeah, that's what we, people like I say, like Africa, they didn't have any of that. Like they try to say that everybody originated. No, the motherland is here where we live now. It's always been that way. And I'm just happy to hear people are really talking about it. And they just keep putting up distraction after distraction after distraction. Damn, they even started a, WEAR, for what? So we could still live in a lie. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you. You got people behind you, my brother.
Appreciate it.
Keep teaching.
Thank you so much. No doubt. Appreciate it. Y'all follow my kids. Follow Universe.
Yeah. I want my kids to learn this, man. Like, I want to go to the schools and start protesting. Like, I feel like because we don't know our history, like how you survive through life with not knowing your true history. Like, it explains a lot about our generations.
If you disconnected from your history and the land, man, it stops the ascension of your people. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro.
Okay.
Y'all follow Universe. Follow Universe. See, this is what I want to teach you, Universe, about Kemet. right? The dark, rich silt deposited on the Nile River after the flood, right? So what you must understand is, as you see, the silt turns the Nile Delta, the triangle of the Nile Delta, the silt from the river deposits right there. This is Dalit, which became Delta. The river silt turns the soil black for Kemet, right? Not the crops. The crops come after this happens because you already know the soil is rich, right? Highly fertile, right? And then in the harsh desert, this is needed in the harsh desert because that's the only way you can grow certain type of crops from the silt of the river. That is Kemet, the dark soil of silt deposited along the rivers. The milpa comes after, right? See, everything has to be done in harmony with nature. Our people learn that the river rises during the spring. Why does the river rise during the spring? If you know just the basics of nature, you know. The winter is just ending. Water melts from the winter, rises the river. The river rises in the spring when all the water melts and rises the river. The silt of the water that rolls the river deposits in the lit, the delta. That is the most fertile soil on the planet. You might can grow a whole human being out there. Listen, y'all. Ancient culture figured that out. Now, if Egypt is 5,500 years old, and I got man-made irrigation on silt on the Mississippi River at 12,000 years old, that lets me know that culture from the Mississippi River was doing the black soil first. We the ones understood it. We created it. We are the people who talked about the fertile soil and used it first. I got a map of the river's black soil all over the southeast, 12,000-year-old site, 10,000-year-old site, 8,000-year-old site, all Kemet, all soil, black soil, with ancient mounds right there on the damn silt. Roll the corn. So you must understand your culture. And once you see that, you see what it is. And the names they're using for are not the original names. Any more questions? Y'all can hop in the box or put them in the comments. Or if you're in the box, let me know so I can bring you up. So now you have to look into your recent history. Looking into your recent history, your people was farmers on a fertile land, and their land got took a couple of different ways. After the Civil War, they came up with discriminatory tax laws to take our people's land. So after the Civil War, they come up with these tax laws. They're taking our people's land, unaliving them, taking land, charging them, sending them to jail over petty crimes, talking about they stole horses and goats, lock them up for 2-3 years. They come back from jail, they land took through taxes. It's all type of moves. Like you gotta know the history of your people. These are not Africans. They was there the whole time. As you can see, people be having 500 acres and they get dwindled all the way down to 2 or 3 acres with all this underhand and unlawful taking of land from people through taxes. And everybody else who got land, the rest of the people got moved out of there. But some people's stuff got took through taxes, right? So you got to study it like that. Go look and see how many acres your people had and watch it dwindle down when you do your genealogy. It just dwindles down. 500 acres all the way to 5 and 3, 4 acres. Crazy work. Tone Loc, what you got, bro? Give me a question or a comment. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Hey,
What's up, bro?
what's up,
How you
bro?
doing, good? How you doing, good teacher?
All
Hey,
right, how you
so
doing, bro?
you gonna open my eyes up. So our people knew the flood. When the flood come, it's time to. When the flood go back down, it's time to roll the corn. Then our people knew
Exactly.
that anyway. So that's where that ancient flood story come in. We went over there. The flood came and we rolled the corn because the ground was ready to go. They turned it into timber. Then that's where that silk came in. Then that right.
Yeah, you irrigate the river, you spread it out over an area, and then you use that for the main crop field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know that silt's gonna come in, and you want all that land to get that silt for you to
Now, now we
plant
can get
stuff.
busy.
Yeah.
That's why they taking that land still right down there right now. And they brought the flood in Katrina. All that silk came in. There's gonna be some good land for the people right now in New Orleans.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, bro.
It's fucking precious. Man, let me get out there before I say the wrong thing. Man, have a good one, brother. Have a good
No
one,
doubt,
brother.
man. Appreciate you, Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
Already. Y'all follow Tone Loc. Follow Tone Loc. Let me show y'all something. Now, following the Civil War, right? Discriminatory tax policies and predatory real estate practices were routinely used by local and state governments to dispossess black landowners of their property, devastating generational wealth. That's what happened. Devastated your generational, that was your generational curse right there. You think it's just money and all of that. Once they displace you from your land, that sets your people back hundreds of years. And your people live in poverty for a while to get back to where they was at. After these people just possess your land. So after the Civil War, they came with all these tax policies, and they still messing with them in court today. And y'all want us to sit up there and go vote for these people. I'm not going to get on here and argue about no voting and voters' rights and all that because it don't matter. If they create the laws, they can change the laws. We voting for laws to stay strict, and y'all go right back and change the law. Like in Mississippi, it's a dude named Benny Thompson. He been in the same seat for a long time. They are literally changing the laws to get him out of there. He can't be beat. Everybody keep voting for him in his area, right? So now they said, okay, he can't be beat. We just gonna take the nigga whole zone or whatever and just add it to another zone where somebody else can win. We gotta get him out of there. They're just gonna change the laws if you go vote, they're gonna change them. Right? It's a fake system. The system don't stay the same long enough for it to even affect what we talking about, right? It just changed. If something is not going right for them people, they just change the law. How fair is that? It's not fair at all. It ain't got nothing. It's not gonna never prosper of us political wise because they can just change the laws. If the law say we know the truth now, could do this on his land, I've been doing this all my life, and then y'all change the law and say I can't grow no corn, then y'all come out there and see me growing corn after y'all change the law and lock me up. That's what they doing. They look at what you doing. Oh, he out there growing crops, selling them. Oh, put a law out that says if the federal government don't get none of that money off these fields, he go to jail. They pop right up with the paperwork. You're supposed to be growing that corn, you know that, right? When they changed the law yesterday, put your hand behind your back. I'm not voting for none of y'all. I'm not going up in the damn ceiling of the White House and none of that. I ain't going there to talk about no votes. We just voting for criminals. We voting for people who hate indigenous, melanated people. It ain't about you being just black, so-called. They are trying to control your indigenous land. You just think it's racism. It's bigger than that. You don't let the indigenous people come back up on their land after you fought all this shit to take it. You don't fight. You can't let them do that. That's going against what they stand for. Why did I do all this scheming and conniving just to give it back to the people? We got to keep changing laws to keep it. So why do I want to get involved with it? So all you niggas think y'all become the mayor or you become the governor, you gonna change some Alabama and Carolina. You not finna change nothing. You just there for status, bro. You not finna change nothing. Especially if it comes with a price of your people starting to become wealthy. That's not finna happen, bro. Your people start to become back self-sufficient. They ain't gonna let that happen. You could be the mayor, the governor, the senator, all that. It don't even matter. Just because you're melanated do not mean you finna go in there and change people's lives for the better. They're not gonna let you do it. You might give them a little crumbs here and there, but you're not gonna let these people just come all the way up. Right? It's cool. I see people doing it. It's cool, but automatically, them people got some type of control over what you can do, man. Automatically. So I don't believe. I just don't believe in. I just don't believe in government, y'all. I don't believe in the government. How can you write commandments and then change commandments just to fit a narrative to do stuff to people? I just don't believe in it. I'm not going down there standing in no line to vote for these hunter-gatherers. Not me. I'm not doing it. I just can't do it. These people are still talking about voters' rights in 2026. You're talking about voters' rights in 2026, bro. This is 2026, y'all still talking about voting. Still talking about people trying to get the vote. Bro, this is not 1982, 72, 62, bro. Calm down. Y'all still talking about people can't vote. It's not doing nothing. The church got people marching in Montgomery, Alabama. That's a church thing. That's like a reproduction of Martin Luther King's march. That's what they doing. But my thoughts on this is, we just cannot go along with the government. Like it just don't. They've been doing this stuff. Hundreds of years, and nothing got better. So I'm not trying to be no black activist who running up in the government trying to argue with the senator. Why am I on the panel arguing with the senator? He got all my ancestors' land. He a millionaire. And this is what I'm supposed to be getting some sympathy from. No. I'm not going to get up there and do this shit. Not the truth. No. I don't even want to talk to these people. They know what their ancestors done, people. They know what their ancestors done. They know what their ancestors done it for. So if I give these people all these rights, they're going to start gaining on me. They're going to start trying to figure out what we done to their ancestors. They're going to start figuring out what's this stuff we done built on over here. What's these ancient mounds? What kind of mounds on their plantation? Their plantation land turned to federal land, and our people still live out there. And see, they're gonna start to figure out that you're getting closer to the truth. That they sitting right on top of your ancestors in a mansion on the hill. And I'm supposed to go in there and talk to y'all about voters' rights. Because most of these politicians are connected to ancient, not ancient, but they're connected to throwback races. It's all in the families, man. These people are all these folk politicians. The daddy, the son, the damn sister, the mama, great-granddaddy was a senator. So you got to know that shit. And these are the people who actually started some of these cities in the South. These people who sit on the panels today, their ancestors started these cities that built over your ancestors in the South. You must know that. Same bloodline. Stop acting like these people don't know who you are and what they done back then, and they not finna show no love. The moment they show love, the moment they go against their ancestors. So I'm not finna go in there and ask y'all about no voters' rights and zoning and moving zones and all that. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. They gonna do it anyway. Y'all can go in there and slap them and beat them upside the head, whatever y'all want to do, cuss them out. They still gonna zone your shit and move your grandma's house. Until we go in there and shut the whole damn thing down. It's just this simple. If the whole thing don't come down, we ain't no use to us going back and forth with them people. Ain't no midway with them people. They must win. You must lose. They must call you ghetto and poor and broke. While we rich and elite without suits on. That's forever what they want to do. They're not here to make it easier for our people. I don't know why we think that. I don't know why we think voting and going in there talking gonna make it easy on our people. We're gonna leave right up out that big ass Capitol building your ancestors built, right back to the hood. What changed? Nothing. So until we just literally just come together in millions and get like the South Africans, we gotta, I hate to say this, but we definitely gotta get like the South Africans, bro. Not against our own people though, against them. Literally, bro, you got to get off the land. This shit need to be shut down by Friday. That was the South Africans telling their own people. We ain't gonna do that to our people. We talking about these immigrants, these hunter-gatherers. Use that same tactic against them. Not buying nothing, you finna shut this shit down by the 15th. Them people walking up in people's business and tell they gonna shut it down by the 15th, bro. If they not from South Africa, they shutting it down. They wrong because they're doing it against their own African people. But y'all supposed to be doing that to them YT businesses. This is what I don't like about it. Y'all not doing it to these other people. Y'all doing it to your own people from another country in Africa. I don't like that. So until we come together and just walk up in the Arab store and shut it down, walk up in the Chinese hair store and shut it down, walk up in the government and shut this shit down, until we get ready to do that, ain't no use of talking about no voting and zoning and none of that. That ain't gonna help us. Economically, you got to shut it down. As long as they sit there and make money, ain't nothing gonna change. Just that simple. So what I'm saying is, until we figure out that the economy, their economy, gives them the power to do what they do. So you shut down the economy. Shut down the economy. You start in city, go city by city, major city by city. Shut the economy down. Stop shopping with them folks. That's the only way. And it's gonna have to happen in a mass drove. You affect the money, you affect the people. You'll start running the immigrants home. They'll move to a whole nother city. They ain't making no money. If that's what it is, how can you make money in our communities and our people don't get nothing out of it? Then you still treat our people bad. You following us like they stealing and all that type of stuff, but we supposed to go in there and spend money with you people. At that point, you damn near gotta steal it. I'm just keeping it real. Like, y'all handling me bad, I might as well knock it off. In my own hood. So, what y'all want the people to do? What y'all want them to do? So, I'm just looking at it like this. We must promote each other's businesses. If we are people from this land, we got to help promote each other's stuff. That's why I told y'all to send me y'all businesses, y'all books, y'all any business, y'all selling t-shirts, ice cream, popcorn, send it. I'm going to repost it in my stories. I want people to go look at it. That's the first thing we got to do. First, we must promote our businesses. Then we stop spending money with these other people's businesses. And I know some people be saying, oh, these people ain't got good businesses because y'all ain't, you don't support them. You got to support them. For people to have a successful business, they must have to go through the ringer of support, right? These big businesses been in business for 50 years with support. Yes, they already figured it out. But we got dumb niggas be talking about, I don't want to give my money with melanated people because the business ain't going to be right. But your ancestors been spending money with these white folks for 100 years. They business up the tier now because they didn't wrinkle out all the wrinkles. All these businesses not perfect, bro. They just wrinkle that. They just iron out the wrinkles over years and years and years. You think Walmart run the way it do just because it's just there? No, they've been ironing out wrinkles since Walmart started. Our businesses don't even get a chance to iron out the wrinkles before y'all get on here and diss us. You get it? Give everybody supposed to get a fair chance. So I just want our people to use their to whatever dream they want to do, whatever business they want to do or dream they want to do. I want it to be a not discouraging for them to do it, right? If some people want to do some things, they get discouraged because they see the big business doing it and think you can't compete, right? You think you ain't got the resources to compete with the big business. But if your people were supporting you, you would. You would. But a lot of people haven't even figured out how to even support. Something I've been seeing lately is, bro, people do not even support their own people. They don't even support their own people. It starts with family and friends, and then it branches out after that, right? Some people can't even do that. Some people can't even do that. So we got to get out of it. We must get out of it. We got to stop. We got to start with the people around us, empower them. Ask the people around you, what you like to do? What's your dream? What can I support that you do to let you know I support it? We got to start doing it, right? But our people so selfish. These other cultures that made us so selfish, we don't even look around and even see what our family doing to even support them. And that's a bad thing, right? These other cultures got us just working jobs. Fuck minding your business. When it comes to our people, forget all that minding your business stuff. Get involved with your people. What your little cousin doing? What your aunt doing? What your grandfather doing? That is our business. Our people is our business. Right? That's how I was taught. Somebody jumping on my cousin, that's my business. I'm finna go jump in the fight. What the fuck you talking about? That's my business. These my people. So the same way he finna fight, in the same way he finna sell some t-shirts, I want to buy a t-shirt from him. It's the same thing. But these new age so-called money grab niggas or go to work and kiss the white folks' ass, they come home and treat their own people bad. Talk smart and down to their own people. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But if the white folks say this shit going on over here, you're going to break your neck to get out there. Y'all some weirdos, bro. I don't roll like that. You weirdos. You weird. Yeah. You kissing ass for a paycheck. It's cool. It's cool. But you must know what you're doing. Right? Think about it. YT people throw a barbecue for work. You buy the t-shirt to wear. You bring food. Bring napkins and plates and food to these people functions. Your own people throw some shit. You don't bring nothing. You damn near don't even show up. Your own husband selling shit. You ain't said nothing about it. You ain't even told him have a good day or sell it or you don't say nothing about this shit. But you go buy the white folk t-shirt and wear it out there with them. But you a real nigga though. Nah, you ain't no real nigga. That ain't real at all. You gonna do that though. The white folks tell you we finna go on a vacation from work. You finna spend all your money to go out there with them. But your people wanna do it. You don't even do it. You just go to bed. And you think you a real nigga. You not a real nigga, bro. Them folks not gonna be there when you get old. Nowhere near you. They just ran you to make money at the job. Them not your people. But how people so brainwashed, we think, oh, these are my friends. Let somebody job get on the line and see how friendly they gonna get. That's why I don't even play them type of games. I mess with my people, cause these my people. I'm not doing no kissing up and trying to be cool and all that. Nah. They t-shirt 30. Your own cousin sell a t-shirt for 15, you won't even get it. That don't make no sense, bro. That is a psychological thing of this how they got our people in the matrix. You got to do this to survive. Go on here and kiss up to these people. They make you think that, but that's not true. It's not true. All I'm saying is, ain't nothing wrong with no job or none of that. But don't forget about your people. Don't forget about encouraging your own people. Don't forget about pouring into your own people. Don't forget about that. Don't just pour into them folks at work because that's your job. Pour into your people too. Roll the corn. I just don't believe in it. The same way I'm going to pour into them people when I was at work, the same way I'm going to pour into my people more. So it's getting to the point to where it's just all about the money. It's not even about your people or how they feel or what they go through. It's not even about none of that no more. We got to stop that. Our people can't do that no more. We can't do that. You got to empower your children, your friends, your husband, your wife, your aunt, your cousin, your sister, your brother. You must empower all these people. You speak positive to them people. You check on them people. You see what they doing. You whatever you can do to help them. If they got some type of stuff going on, you do it. But our people just go into a shell and don't do it and help and look out and say nothing. Don't even say positive words to each other. That's been going on lately too. We don't even say nothing positive word. We just say negative stuff and go on about. We can't do that. A positive word will take a person a long way. A positive word will take people a long way. And what I've been learning lately is when you start to realize people don't have nothing positive to say, it's always something negative or how they feel about something. It's not all about how everybody feel. That's when you got to disconnect with these people because they are bringing negativity to a non-negative situation, right? They are bringing negative energy to something that don't even supposed to be negative. I'll give y'all an example. If you just sitting doing what you do and you get a negative text message, these people not even around you or with you or nothing. They just send you negative text message. It's negativity for no reason. You just feeling negative inside and you send that negativity my way. Why did you do that? If you're going to be negative with yourself at the time. Don't send it to me. Them people that you don't even supposed to associate with. Because they're going out their way to be negative and ruin your day. You could have kept that shit to yourself. Anybody, put the card in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. Put the card in the chat. I wasn't bothering nobody and you sent that negative energy to me. Why? It's a reflection of how you feel about your life or whatever going on around you. Because you didn't have to send me that negativity. You didn't have to be funny acting and act stupid for no reason. There's negative energy on you, but don't send that to other people. If I feel a certain type of way, I'm going to look in the mirror. I'm going to look in the mirror and straighten it. I'm not going to send that feeling I have to nobody else because that's not right. That's something you got to deal with internally. But people will actually send you their bad feelings over to you to rub it off on you, and we can't do that no more. If you see that go on repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, you must stop it. Because that is draining. That is a draining thing that people do. Just because they are drained, they want to drain other people also. And it's only certain people they do that too, right? I've been analyzing people for a long time. It's only certain people they do that to. Somebody who half-ass care about them, they love them to death, but they'll send that bad energy to people they know care about them, and that's wrong. And I don't understand it, but people do it. So stay positive. Look around at your people. See how you can help them, or a kind word, or support their business. Ask about it, or support it. Say a kind word. Anything. That's virtue. That's being great. It's just wanting to be great. Greatness do not tear people down. Greatness do not waste people's time and hurt their feelings. The greatness don't do that. Greatness stays virtuous. Greatness already knows that if somebody is in my corner and ever done something for me, I must appreciate that. Greatness know that. I know that. But some people don't look at it like that. Some people like to tear greatness down. And they keep bringing negativity to you while you trying to be great, hoping it all fall down some type of way, deep down inside. Because that's the only reason you will send negativity to a person. So, at this point, if people repeatedly come to you with negativity, just shut it down. It's over with. Like my boy Finesse two times say, you through. You through. You through. You through. It's a wrap. Love y'all, I'm in love with you, man. 210,000 likes. Duke Deuce. Man, y'all get ready for Duke Deuce new album. Get ready for Duke Deuce single. Fellas up. Y'all go follow Duke Deuce, support the music, bro. Support the music. I heard some of the songs off the album. They are amazing. I'm vouching for it. And it got a message in it that is rarely ever heard in music in America. It got a message in it, y'all. I'm telling you. The message is powerful. And I heard it with my own ears. So y'all follow Duke Deuce. He got a Fellas Up coming and his album coming. Y'all repost all them videos and show love, man, because Duke locked in. Duke ancestry is on him. Like it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's your ancestors that's on you, bro. This will be on our people. You think it'd be somebody teaching you something, but I really ain't even teaching you. I'm just enlightening you to what we forgot. That's all. I'm just enlightening you on what we forgot. We forgot it because they blocked it from us for so long. But this is an ancestral teaching, and y'all like that type of stuff. We got to support our people. Because, like I always say, it's easy like for people to be in the music industry and don't even care about, the truth or enlightening stuff, or they just can go for the money and ball out and be done. But that's not what Duke do. Like Duke is locked in with his craft, and on his new album, he's speaking about stuff that a lot of people are scared to even talk on, and it's fire. So y'all get ready for that. Love y'all. I'm in love with you, man. Y'all subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. There we go right there. Let me pin it up right quick. They won't even let me pin it up, man. See how these folks do you? Y'all follow Duke Deuce in the chat. But he got a message, y'all, and it's powerful. Very, very powerful. I'm telling y'all now. When it come out all together, it's gonna be a masterpiece. It's gonna be a masterpiece, y'all. I'm telling you. I got 4 of the songs, and I listen to them every couple of days. And they powerful. I'm telling you now. Love y'all. I'm in love with you. Y'all be safe out there. Stay positive. Stay connected to the truth. And I appreciate everything, man. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribers, everybody coming through, man. I appreciate it. Love you. I'm in love with you. Roll the corner.